Good morning, everybody. A warm welcome into the EVES auction room here this morning, and what a fabulous day to buy or sell property. My name is Grant Child. My role is to simply coattail and facilitate. Hang on, let's get the slideshow up and running so that we're on to the right one first.
It's slideshows.
Yeah. Okay. So can we go to the next one through? And it'll be no, not quite there yet. Okay, there we go. As I say, my name's Grant Child, facilitating the proceedings here today, and Amber, she'll look after all the technology as far as the auctions are concerned as well. So we're on track now. We've also got Janine and Mark. They are available. They're part of our management team. A wealth of experience and wealth of knowledge. If you've got any questions throughout the proceedings, just pop your hand up and either Mark or Janine will come over and assist you. But we do keep on rolling through the auctions. So auctions are no different to any other real estate transaction. We do have documentation. So I'm just going to quickly run through that just to remind you that we do bid and buy today on the basis we've provided you with the buyer's and seller's guide. That's the book that you see on the screen. They're available over there on the table on the left-hand side of the auction room as well. But I'm sure you will have all had one of those documents. They've been around since 2008. So let's go straight to the most important one, folks, and that is, of course, the contract of sale that we work to. It has been circulated by our marketing consultants in draft form. Finalised copies also available on the table over there on the left-hand side. If there's been any amendments, any changes to those documents, then I'll alert you to that, but I know our marketing consultants would have already done that. So by way of any bidding, I'm going to assume that you read, understood, and accept that contract that we work to, and I remind you, you bid on a cash, unconditional basis here at the auction, and you are also deemed to have accepted the vendor's title without any rights of requisition. So it's really is a done and dusted deal. On the front page, outlined very clearly under clause 2, the conduct of today's auctions. Again, I'm going to assume that you read, understood, and accept that. I just remind you of a couple of things. Firstly, your obligations. Should the hammer come down in your favour, all you're required to do, folks, is to sign the contract and, of course, pay your deposit equaling 10% of the purchase price, unless you've made alternative arrangements with our sellers. So, pretty simple, straightforward process. The other thing I just remind you about, and that is what we call vendor bids. Right? Vendor bids is a bit of a myth out there in the marketplace that vendor bids are used to push the price up. That's absolutely 100% incorrect. Vendor bids are simply a roadmap to help you to get to a point where I pause the auction and you can then continue negotiations with the vendors. I only use a vendor bid if I've only got one person that's participating in the auction, and as I said, it will be at a level below the seller's reserve price, but it is to help you get to a level where they are prepared to entertain further negotiations with you. So if I'm holding a bid at any level, folks, then essentially the owners through me are saying to you, thanks but no thanks. If you wish to purchase the property, you will need to be above that. So it is just a technique to help you get to that negotiating platform, and again I confirm that will always be below the seller's reserve price. We do have authorised telephone bidding on a couple of properties here today, folks, so all the documentation has been approved as far as those are concerned, but I'd be happy to answer any questions at this juncture before we move on to our first offering, which we'll change over to on the screen about now. There we go. Got it. Back to the property itself, number 7, Upper Kent Street. Neil Ransfield, he's an agent that's that sharp, he could sell sunscreen to anybody in an absolute rainstorm out there. Been around a long time, does a great job there. Neil, based out of our Victoria Street office here, and the property more formally known to the postie as 7 Upper Kent Street, but the Land Transfer Office, they identify it as record of title SA 380 folio 299. It's a freehold estate, the best class of ownership that you can buy in New Zealand, 701 square metres of good old Kiwi terra firma, more or less is what you purchase here. There was some documentation stating that the settlement date was some 92 days from today's date. That has been amended. The property was tenanted, the tenants have handed in notice. The property is now available for your vacant possession on the 13th of December or such other date as mutually agreed between you and the current sellers. Any changes to the channels listed all there, Neil? No other changes, no additions, deletions. So there we go, folks. Bring your bulldozer or your paintbrush. It doesn't really matter because this property just gives you lots of options. Just like your morning coffee, it can be strong, bold, and full of possibilities as well. The home itself is built with that wonderful native timber there. It really is as solid as your grandma's Sunday roast. Just needs a little bit of seasoning on top to bring it back to its former glory and make it that radiant beauty at number 7 Upper Kent Street that it once was. Featuring the modern marvels of the actual inside bathroom and toilet, the luxury living in 1923. So that gives you an indication on the vintage of this property, but I will leave it over to your interpretation and imagination to determine what it could be in the future. Location, location, location. Yeah, I know it's a cliche. It's been around since Adam played fullback for the Israelites, but it really is all about location, this property here. It's on a flat section, it's close to the CBD, Lake Rotorua, and of course the hospital, walk, jog, limp. It really is all within reach of this property here at 7 Upper Kent Street. So without further ado, it's up to you today, buyers, to determine who the buyer is going to be, and that is determined by your quantum. What would you like to start the auction away at? Looking for an opening bid now, folks, for number 7 Upper Kent Street. I know Neil's got strong interest in the property, so if you don't do it here today, then it could be a reap or weep situation afterwards. We'd like to get us underway. $500,000. We're underway at $500,000. A fair and reasonable start as well there, Sue. Exactly the number I would have started it myself if I had to. But welcome your start there at $500,000. Happy to take a $20,000 rise from here. At 500,000, we're on the bike and pedaling now for number 7 Upper Kent Street. Great options here. Think about your options and put your imagination to work. Who says 520 on top? First call now for advance. Take me to 520 if you will. Second time, third, last opportunity for you to join us. Are we in or out? Happy to provide that roadmap for you then, sir, at $520,000 on a vendor bid with me at 520, making it 540, shall we? Here's your opportunity now. Do we say 540 for you? Happy to call it away 3 times, but you don't have to wait for it because it's going to come anyway. Wait for my instructions at this level. Going straight to 540, do we? Here's your opportunity now. First call now at $520,000, chasing down that $20,000 rise. Make it 540 if you will. Second call, are you in or out? In or out? Third, last opportunity. 540. Should have been a dentist, a little bit like pulling teeth, but that's okay. No problems at all. At $540,000, it's over here at 540,000. At $540,000, 540. If you're here for this one, folks, now's the opportunity to put your best foot forward. At $540,000, I call it first time. Second time at 540,000. Third, last opportunity if this is the one you're here for, folks. So could I just ask you to strengthen your bid to 560 and we'll give you the opportunity to pause and have some further discussions with our sellers. Won't be doing any further vendor bids, here to work alongside you. Can we go 550? Make it 550, we'll give you that opportunity to talk with our sellers. It's a good opportunity ahead of the conditional interest afterwards. Make it 550, we'll pause the auction, give you that chance. First call, second, last chance. Mark, I'm going to pause the auction at 540. Can you have a chat, please, and see, get some additional instructions from our sellers, please? Well, in the meantime, while those discussions carry on, folks, we do like to give people plenty of time to make these important decisions when buying and selling real estate. 237 Bankwood Road. Now, Aman Bali and Siobhan McCarthy, they're not just the real estate pros, they're like fine wine and cheese. They're sophisticated, they're classy, and they are always an absolute hit in any gathering that they go to. 237 Bankwood Road is the property that they've been presenting beautifully as well, a freehold estate. 2,292 square metres of land, more or less, is what's on offer. All described in record of title SA 7A folio 50. Now, there was a settlement date on this property going out there into the marketplace of 3 months from today's date. That has been amended. Your settlement date is now the 28th of February 2025 or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties. Aman, Siobhan, any changes to the channels list or anything? All as circulated. So everything is all the I's dotted and the T's crossed there. So the opportunity here, before I just share with you some pearls of wisdom about this property, I just had a conversation with Aman just earlier. He is absolutely 100% confident if you do not buy the property here at the auction, you will be going into a multiple offer afterwards. He has got 3 parties that are talking conditional offers to our vendors. So your opportunity is now. The opportunity is to simply live the dream. You've got those sprawling open spaces for those family dinners, dance-offs, or just simply sitting back and enjoying a quiet cuppa by the outdoor fire. The modern kitchen, well, that will make even your microwave meals taste like gourmet dinners. The kids, the pets, grown-ups with a rugby ball are all going to have an absolute ball at this property. There is really room for everyone, especially with that 2,292 square metres of land. The opportunity to gaze out to those serene gully views. It's like nature's Netflix, but 100% better, I can assure you of that. This property here at 237 Bankwood Road, folks, it is more than just a house. It's a lifestyle, it's a retreat, and may even be the future story for you to brag about in your future ahead. Like I said, Aman has got multiple conditional interest in the property. I now put it to you, if you're in a position of cash, you need to let me know now, and I'm happy to work alongside you. Otherwise, I simply close the auction and hand it back to Aman. And Siobhan, of course. First call now, looking for an opening bid. Auctions are a 3-phase process. Today is phase 2, and that gives the cash interest the first opportunity to purchase the property. The moment I mention that the auction is closed, we go straight into phase 3, and that's where conditional buyers can come in. Second call now. Third and final opportunity for cash interest. Otherwise, I simply close the auction. No. Well, those conditional buyers are going to be delighted to hear from you, Aman, because the auction is now formally closed. And we look forward to getting a text message from you later on in the day letting me know that you've got the property under contract. We'll move straight on to our third property as well, please, Amanda. And that is the one you see there on the screen, and that has also been marketed by Aman. Not only is Aman a guy you want handling your property, but rumour has it he can also sell sand to a camel. Now that's got to be talent, doesn't it? So when you can do that sort of thing. 34 McMurdo Avenue is the property here, a freehold estate, 721 square metres, and all described in the record of title SA 54B folio 594. 3 months from today's date is your settlement date on this one, folks, or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties. Any changes to the channels list or anything? No. All as circulated. So it is a brick beauty, and definitely one of those properties that's been built to last. They say that good bones make a great home, and this one is an absolute solid stunner. Room to breathe. You've got those 4 double bedrooms. You've got the flexible living spaces. So if you feel a little bit cramped, nobody likes feeling cramped. You don't have to experience that in 34 McMurdo Avenue. It is a real backyard's paradise there for kids, pets, perhaps a future pool. This really is a slice of your outdoor heaven here with that 721 square metres. Comfort, whatever the weather, you've got 2 heat pumps, you've got the HRV system, so you'll be absolutely toasty next winter and chilling in the summer that is not too far away. So who's ready to turn this house into their family's forever home? Well, that's up to you here today, folks. Looking for an opening bid now. Where do we say go? 34 McMurdo. Looking for that cash interest only. First call now, are we in or out? Second time. Third and final opportunity for an opening bids. Otherwise we close this one down. We'll go straight back to our first property where discussions are still taking place. Final call, in or out? Going to close this one as well, Aman, and I know the way you work, my friend. I know there's going to be a sold sticker on that signboard within a matter of a few days, weeks, but it will definitely be up before Christmas, I can assure you that. We'll be back to you with a result on Upper Kent Street as soon as we can, folks. Number 7, Upper Kent Street. Now, can you just confirm you've amended your bid to $545,000, please? At $545,000, it's D-Day from here on, folks, with number 7 Upper Kent Street. If you want to buy it, you need to let me know right here, right now. Any denomination on top of $545,000, now is the time to put it forward. First call now, second time, third and final opportunity. Are we in or out? $545,000. My instructions are clear from the seller. The property is not for sale at this level. The auction is now closed. I ask you to remain behind, sir. Put that offer on paper. If you are conditional and you've got any interest in this property, then talk to Neil Ransfield and he will assist you from here. The auction is now closed. So on behalf of the team at EVES, folks, thanks very much for your attendance today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will be back again next Wednesday with more great properties for auction for you. We'll see you then. Thank you.